Am I the meanest?
Pawn's drunk.
Am I the prettiest?
Pawn's drunk.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this time?
Pawn's drunk.
Well, who am I?
Pawn's drunk.
Who am I?
Pawn's drunk.
I can't hear you.
Pawn's drunk. AKA Mr. Moo won't shine himself.
Of Harlem.
Y'all already know this is Pun Drunk Boxing, aka Mr. Moo shot himself, aka el adobo, el sazón, el borracho, el pastor de boxeo. Ladies and gentlemen, first and foremost, God bless each and every one of y'all. Hablamos de boxeo. Vamos a hablar de boxeo. Vamos a hablar de boxeo. Let's go. Jackie Hernandez, la reina de boxeo. Clase Azul in session. I seen something about Lubin versus Spence. Do you see the fight happening? If so, what's your take on it? I thought that if remember I was talking about that Earl the True Spence, if he move up to the 154, I would like him to fight Erickson Lubin. And then he gets then he could get his get back versus Bud Crawford. Get Erickson Lubin. If you could get through Erickson Lubin in 154 pounds, if he's young, then you can get Bud Crawford. We don't need an immediate rematch, but I respect the get back. I want Earl Spence to get his get back. He was an undefeated champion, reigning welterweight champion of the world. He should get his get back. That's respected, but it doesn't need an immediate rematch. So get through Lubin. If you could get through Erickson Lubin, shout out to Haiti, then we could get Terrence Bud Crawford. How about that? I like that, Jackie. Good looking at con los 20 pesos de Super Chari Party K de la reina de boxeo. Jackie in the building. What's good, man? What's good, Jackie Jack? Dímelo, pues, con los 10 pesos. Jackie. Jackie no tiene novio ahora. Jackie no tiene novio. Pero me la dejan quieta. Me la dejan quieta. Hey, yo, Jackie. Now, when you in the club, when Beyonce be like, oh, the single ladies, Jackie be like, hey, ow. Hey, vamos a ver, hombre. Me la dejan quieta, ¿oíste? Good looking out, Jackie. I appreciate you, Jackie. The queen of boxing, Jackie Hernandez, la reina de boxeo. Good looking out with a super chat. I appreciate you. Savage in the building. What's good, Savage? Savage in the building. Shout out to all the members of Punch Drunk Boxing. Jackie Hernandez, Savage in the building. What's good? Philip in the building. What's good, man? What's good, man? What's good, man? She say, yeah. Jackie say, yeah, I'm the boss. It's going to be a final. It's like 32 days. Oh, shit. Jackie is happy. Divorce. That's it. That Jackie going to the club like, ow, to the left. All the single ladies. Put your hands up. Jackie's lit. She said, I'm free. Shout out to Jackie. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Effect in the building. What's good? Kevin Effect in the building. Let's go, Kevin Effect. What's good, brother? What's good, Demon? PBC is the face of the sport of boxeo. Así me mito, mi hermano. Say. In the building. What's good, man? What's good? If you want to become a member of Punch Drunk Boxing, you already know where to go, man. You already know. Support your boy out there. Vegas, Canelo, Charlo, Lubin, Ramos, Barrios, Ugas. It was good. Let's chop it up, y'all. Let's chop it up. You heard what Bob Arum said. Top rank, Bob Arum, Godfather, Bob Father. aka Dinosaur, aka Jurassic Park, aka got like 5 more years to live because he's smoking that good ish that's giving him the longevity. He said there's gonna be Ryan Garcia versus Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez's next fight is gonna be Ryan Garcia. Super Bowl, baby, February 10th. Who was the one that was pushing the Super Bowl February 10th out here? Who was the one? It was your boy, Mr. Moonshine. It was your boy, Mr. Moonshine. Let's go, February 10th. All the promoters is lined up. Oscar De La Hoya be like, hey, yo, Punch, I like that idea. Bob Arum said, I like that idea, Punch. You know, I like that idea. You know, it's just once in a lifetime you get the February 10th, you get Super Bowl weekend is the best weekend of all sports. And you have one of the most exciting fighters in Teofimo Lopez and Ryan Garcia. If he gets back into the winning column, he's supposed to be fighting Duarte Juniors, and maybe get after that. Oscar De La Hoya is my best friend. I've been promoting him for so many years. We've been talking. We had meetings about Teofimo Lopez and Ryan Garcia, and probably we could bring that to the forefront in the sport of boxing early 2024, February 10th. What's good, y'all? What's good? What's good? What's good? Hold on. Let me put this on. La ofrenda, la ofrenda, la ofrenda. El pastor de boxeo, mi gente. ¿Qué lo que? Let's go, man. Let's go. What else are we gonna be talking about, yo? Yeah. I got a lot of things to talk about. Yeah, I know that this is probably one of the few channels that are still breaking down on boxing logically and objectively. We've been talking about, of course, Charlos and the Charlo brothers and stuff like that. I didn't even touch base. I actually saw the live where Jamon Charlo was talking about that his kids is getting bullied. That his kids is getting bullied. That's nothing to play with. You know what I'm saying? I don't like one thing growing up. One thing good was good technique. One thing growing up, I hate bullies. My crew hated bullies. We hated gangs and we hated bullies. I hate seeing somebody get jumped. You know what I'm saying? And this is why when the boxing community in the YTBC, they jump on one fighter, like all these channels jump on one fighters. I don't want no part of that. I don't want no blood on my sneakers. But Jamal Charlo, the brother of Jamel Charlo, the twin, said that his kids is getting bullied in school because their uncle lost. Be real, Jamal. Come on. Maul, come on. Your kids ain't getting bullied in school because Jamel lost. Your kids get bullied in school because you got smacked by Caleb Plant. I'm just keeping it real. Stop playing around. Come on, Jamal, stop it. Don't put it all on your brother. Jamal Charlo gonna say that Jamel Charlo losing, you know what I'm saying, the uncle losing is the reason why his kids getting bullied in school. Man, please, you're lying. It's because Caitlin Plant smack your ass, and that's why you get bullied in school and stuff like that. How you gonna let your daddy get smacked like that? You gonna get ain't no funny matter. But why would he say that anyway, man? Dang, like, come on, you know the whole world is crashing down on Jamel. Shout out to Jamel. You already know, man. I support Jamel. Iron Man Charlo. Still on my pound for pound. He dared to be great. He didn't show up the way he needed to show up. He didn't put the punches together the way he needed to put the punches together. He didn't need to go out there and go out his shield like the way he wanted to go out his shields. We understand that. It's one fight, bro. It's one fight. Kevin Flex de Diablo, te pasaste, Punch. Yo no me pasé. Ese tigre se pasó cuando he went live. They can try to put, come on, where you gonna put more weight on your brother like that? Come on, more. I support the Charlo brothers. Me, Punch Roll Boxer, support the Charlo brothers. Well, we break it down on boxing logically and objectively. But kids ain't getting bullied because Jamel lost. Because Jamel didn't get demoralized. It was not about what Canelo Alvarez did. It's what Jamel Charlo actually didn't do. If anybody getting bullied, it's because the way that you You know what I'm saying? Really change the tone of the lions in the sport of boxing, but that's for another show. That's for another show. Technique in the building, corner boxing in the building, Anthony Roberson in the building. What's good, man? Xavier in the building. What's good, y'all? Smash the like button like you smashing your shorty. And if you ain't smashing your shorty, at least smash the like button so you can tell everybody in the hood that you be smashing something. You know what I'm saying? Don't stay a virgin. Don't stay a virgin. Smash that like button. Make love to the like button. Impregnate the like button. Make the like button get twins. You feel me? Treat the like button good before the like button take your ass to child support. Ladies and gentlemen, all right. I've been hearing this fight time and time again, and you know, I've been talking about it, but I'm gonna keep on talking about to discredit it. I want to devalue it. I want to discredit it. I don't want people to talk about it. Yes, I'm one of the ones. If people want to be like, yo, you want to translate it as your punch, but you taking you trying to take money out the pocket of Bud Crawford. No. Bud Crawford is a pound for pound number one. Canelo Alvarez is a pound for pound. You know what I'm saying? Arguably the best fighter of this generation, the best resume of this generation. How many times I got to tell y'all, man, I don't want to see that fight. And I don't want people to talk about it. And every time somebody talk about it, I'm going to bring it up and I say, no, that's not a good fight. Ladies and gentlemen, if you think, let me, and I'm going to add to everything I've been saying about this Terrence Bud Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez. Listen to me. I'm going to keep on saying it, but you got to listen to your boy, Mr. Moonshine. All right? Because we break over here in punch run boxing. We ain't spinning no narratives. We break these things down unbiasedly, logically, and objectively. The more that people talk about Terrence Bud Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez, if you think that's a good fight, if you think it's a legitimate fight, if you think like, oh, yo, I will watch the fight. Yeah, it's an all right fight. Yeah, I think that Bud Crawford gonna do good. Yeah, I think he's gonna be doing better than Jamel Charlo. If you think that's even an all right fight, then the sport of boxing is way watered down. It's way watered down, bro. Canelo Alvarez versus Bud Crawford is a video game fantasy fight. It's not even a good fight. It's not even an eye fight. It's not even a fight. It's a bad fight. And if we are talking about that fight right now in the sport of boxing, with what we have gotten in 2023, shout out to PBC, TGB, Showtime, Al Hamon, Al Heyman, and Steven Espinoza, that means the sport of boxing is watered down. Because you cannot tell me over here we're going to instill the hardcore boxing fans once again. If anybody else don't want to do it, let Punch Run Boxing do it. If there is no more hardcore boxing fan, at least it's gonna be the home of hardcore boxing fans. If you think Bud Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez is a good fight, then the sport is watered down. Oh, but punch is a lot of money. It's a lot of money. It's only going to help them. We want fights that's going to elevate legacy, help legacy, but also elevate the sport. That does not elevate the sport. It only elevates the pockets of Bud and Canelo. That's it. Because, ladies and gentlemen, we got to understand this. That fighters, as much as we love them, whether you're a fan or whatever your favorite fan of a particular fighter, they're going to retire. Fighters come and go. But the sport of boxing always stays. So we got to be the fans of boxing first. If Bud Crawford, we went from the primary fight in the sport of boxing was Terrence Bud Crawford versus Earl the True Spence. It was legit. It was a legitimate assessment of that could be the primary fight in the sport of boxing. David Benavidez versus Canelo Alvarez, legitimate, right? Alexander Usyk versus Tyson Fury, or even Wilder versus AJ at the time, or what, it makes sense. But a Bud and Canelo, if you think that's a good fight, then the sport of boxing is watered down. I want you to stop living in the clouds of Terrence Bud Crawford performance versus Earl of True Spence. Leave the cloud. Come back down to earth. I know it was a great performance, but come down to earth. The reason why we're talking about Bud Crawford and Bud Crawford and Canelo Alvarez. The reason why people's talking about it is because the hardcore boxing fans, media, independent media, collectively have devalued so many fighters, which devalue so many great realistic fights. That's the reason why people are talking about Bud and Canelo Alvarez. I thought that 10 years ago, boxing was not good. I thought that 17 years ago, boxing was not good. I started paying attention to the amateur circuit. And this is why you see me, I'm a fan of Andre, because that was my favorite class. Again, I'm going to keep saying it again. My favorite class was Keith Thurman, Andre, Charles Hatley, Gary Russell, Saddam Ali, Daniel Jacobs, Bud Crawford, Leo Santa Cruz, Mikey Garcia, Alexander Usyk, Denis Ugas, Sean Porter. We used to call him Little Mike Tyson. That was my favorite class. Around that time, I lost the love for professional boxing. Yo, but why are you a fan of Demetrius Andre? Because Keith Thurman was my favorite fighter in the amateurs. And then there was this guy from Providence that beat my favorite fighter. And I said, who the F is this? Demetrius Andre. That's how I became the Demetrius Andre fan. I was an amateur fan. This is the reason why in this channel you see guys. Now, that's why I was following Boots Ennis before anybody in YouTube was talking about Boots Ennis. I was interviewing Keyshawn Davis before anybody out here was really interviewing Keyshawn Davis. It's the reason why I follow Kid Austin. When nobody else was really talking about Kid Austin, it was your boy Mr. Moonshine was calling, because I stay in tune with the amateurs like that. If you feel like Bud Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez is a good fight, it's because you become so far left to a casual, even and casuals is good for boxing. But the hardcore boxing fans, their duty is to educate the casuals. You guys have diminished, have devalued so many fighters today that is the reason why we're talking about Bud and Canelo. Because in all actuality, let's break it down. Whatever, humble yourself. When you in Punch Run Boxing, all right, it's to have fun. It's to talk about boxing. It's to educate one another. I want to learn from y'all. But let's keep it real. We love the sport of boxing. We all here to preserve the sport of boxing because this is my favorite sport. Them other channels that you may go to, they are about narratives. They're on the narrative war. And the narrative war is actually more lucrative than talking about boxing. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it honest. Out here in the YTBC, the narrative war is more lucrative than talking about boxing. It's the reason why you see a lot of channels with the narrative war, and they're gonna stand on one corner. Either they're gonna hate on PBC because it's lucrative. There's a lot of fan bases that hate on PBC because there was a community that promoted PBC fighters and stuff like that. And they didn't like Al Heyman, and then there was the community they're gonna debunk that community, and it's like that. There's the pro-black, and then there's the pro-Latino, there's the pro-UK, there's the pro-Eddie Hearn, there's the pro-Bob Arum, there's the pro-PBC. The YTBC is a narrative cesspool, all right? So over here, when you come here, go and have your fun out there with the other channels and stuff like that. But when you come here, humble yourself. This is about boxing. I'm letting you know the hustle out here in the YTBC, and I'm letting you know so we can identify when we're talking about something, so we can understand what we're talking about, and let's be all on the same page. Bud Crawford versus Keith Thurman is a great fight in this era of welterweight. But because people have written Keith Thurman off, And of course, Keith Thurman inactivity as well. But they written him off, only losing one time to Manny Pacquiao, the 8th Division World Champion, 5-time World Champion, 12-time World Champion, 5-time lineal, the ambassador, the senator, the humanitarian, the greatest karaoke singer of them all, the GOAT, Manny Pacquiao. Guts in the building. Con los 10 pesos de Super Chari Party K. Said, just a humble ofrenda. Pastor just arrived. Canelo Alvarez, the face of boxing, is not even a debate. Also, Canelo fights Crawford. Canelo was going to make Crawford use dippers. He's good. Diapers, dippers, whatever you want to call it. This man, hey, yo, if Canelo Alvarez put his hands on Crawford, hey, yo, he's going to make Crawford eat from a straw. Gracias, Guts. Gracias, Guts. I appreciate you, my brother, Guts. HLD in the building, one of the members of Punch and Boxing. HLD in the building, Boricua! Said PBC is a joke. They just care about the bag, not the sport, not the fans. And if Canelo versus Crawford is the bag, that's what they're going to do. There is people that hates the PBC, that discredit the PBC. I like the PBC. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Give me 1 second. What's good? Low nose boxing in the building. Nose boxing in the building. Con los 2 pesos de plátano. Said face of boxing supposed to be top 3 pound for pound. Top 3 pound for pound. Good looking at low nose boxing. Okay. I appreciate you. I appreciate PBC. All hail Al Hamon. Shout out to Al Heyman. All hail Bob Arum. Shout out to Bob Arum, Top Rank. I respect and I like Bob Arum, Top Rank. I like PBC, Al Heyman. I like Oscar de la Hoya, the Golden One. I like Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing. I like every network and every app that showcases my favorite sport. If y'all want to play this promotional hate, this promotional network, do it. I'm a boxing fan. I give credit to every app, every network, every entity that wants to play, that wants to partner up with my favorite sport. I have gotten tired. I fought the wars of people saying that boxing is dead, Fuck you if you hate PBC. Fuck you if you hate Top Rank. Fuck you if you hate Eddie Hearn. Fuck you if you go Golden Boy. I am a boxing fan. I'm not here with the narrative play. All of them are doing a hell of a job. All of them have done a hell of a job. Some of them don't bring, some of them don't give us what we want at the time that we want it. They all do it. Good days, bad night, bad days, great fights. Sometimes it's not bad. Sometimes it's not bad fights. Sometimes it's good fights. Sometimes they put the fights that we want to see. Sometimes the fighters doesn't show up. If you about this narrative war with PBC at Top Rank, get the fuck out of the sport of boxing and go watch volleyball or something like that. This is the only fan base that we talk about. Oh my God. How many pay-per-views? I mean, he's not a star. He's a star. He's the face of boxing. No, he's not the face of boxing. He's not a star. What the fuck are we talking about here in the sport of boxing, y'all? We're fans. I don't go to a Knick game and watch and count every seat and say, hey, James Dolan, the game wasn't sold out. The game wasn't sold out. What kind of fans are we? What is a priority? I never go to a Jet game and go to MetLife Stadium and be like, you know what? 1, 2, look at that section. Mr. Bob Johnson. I'm sorry, not about Mr. Bob Johnson. Mr. Johnson. It didn't sell out. I mean, I went to the Cardinals game and that's sold out. Coño, ustedes sí son estúpidos. Kevin in the building. Kenneth in the building. Good looking out with the $4 super chat. Send me hermano. I said acento mexicano, por favor. I loved it when you did it last time. I was laughing a lot. Eres persona que habla la verdad de boxeo. Gracias de lo mío. ¿Por qué la gente está quillado? ¿Por qué la gente no le gusta que al jamón? ¿Por qué no le gusta? ¿Por qué no le dan créditos a Babarim? ¿Por qué no le dan crédito a Oscar de la Hoya? ¿Por qué no le dan créditos a Eddie Hearns? Toditos hacen buen trabajo para el deporte de boxeo. What's wrong with this community, bro? Yo, PBC and Showtime, they're going down. Oh my God. Huh? Yo, I remember, look, I'm a Knicks fan. I'm from New York City. I'm a Knicks fan. I remember with MSG, they was going through contractual, you know what I'm saying? They was going through certain things with MSG, the network, and the Knicks, right? In the first couple of games, they wasn't playing the Knicks game. I was tight. Like, what the fuck? When I'm gonna watch the Knicks game, I'm gonna watch it in TNT. I believe there was the first like 7 fights. And they was dealing with the contracts, and then Jeremy Lin came about, and then Jeremy Lin was doing his thing, and finally they got the contract right, and they was playing the Knicks game consistently. Who are you as a boxing fan and gonna be like, ha, 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 Showtime is not gonna play? Showtime is losing boxing. If Showtime lose boxing, we lose boxing. But I understand this is the community that likes to play this little narrative game. Gracias, Kenneth. Con los 2 pesos de plátano maduro. Right on the storm in the building. Was good, man. What's going on with these people? What's going on with y'all, man? HLD saying other sports fans don't sip for a shitty product like boxing. Not even the Yankees get away with a bad product. The fans won't buy it. No, the Yankees could have a horrible game one today and then have a great game tomorrow. See, boxing don't have that luxury. Boxing don't have the luxury to say, you know what? I didn't have a good fight. But tomorrow I'm gonna fight again and then put up a great fight. And that's how we stay stuck with a win or we stay stuck with a loss for a long time. But everybody's done a wonderful job. And there's gonna be fighters that's gonna, you know, Charles Edward Cheese in the building. Was good. Charles Edward Cheese in the building. Queso. Chick. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like. Espera, que no veo nada. Espera. Lo vi. Right on the storm. Gracias de lo mío. Con los 20 pesos de Cashiapi. Gracias de lo mío. Right on the storm. I understand. We could be frustrated sometimes. Like, I be hearing people and be like, hey, yo, PBC this and PBC that. PBC got all the cash cows. PBC got Canelo Alvarez. Al Jamon got Canelo Alvarez. Bud Crawford's going to need PBC. Canelo is PBC. Deontay Wilder is PBC. Tank Davis that put butts in the seats is PBC. It is what it is. Everybody got to do business with Al Jamon. Why y'all mad? Fur in the building. What's good, man? Shows where you got your pay-per-view numbers. No. Why do I gotta show y'all? They what? Why? Time out. Fur. Why you come here and disrespect me? That why y'all want me to be a snitch to my source? Huh? Y'all don't do that to Dan Raphael. Y'all don't do that to Mike Coppinger. Or because I'm a little ass YouTuber, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Punch, let me see if you're credible. Show us. Show where you got your pay-per-view numbers. Y'all don't do that to Dan Raphael. Y'all just respect Dan Raphael. Y'all never go, Dan Raphael, tell me your source. Y'all never tell Stephen A. Smith, tell me your source. Y'all never tell Skip Bayless and all these analysts on ESPN to tell me your source. Why y'all telling me? Y'all see me around fighters. Y'all see me around these shows. Y'all know who I know. Why you don't give me the benefit of the doubt? Well, you think I'm lying to your asses? Oh, because I'm just a little YouTuber. Because I was just a little YouTuber. They don't do that to Dan Raphael. Charles L. said it is the fighters that suits the dates, the venues. Some are free TV, not all pay-per-views. Wherever PBC goes, if they're not without, or they're not with Showtime, we go. Wherever PBC goes, we go. So shut the F up, everybody. Wherever PBC goes, we go. Wherever Top Rank goes, I'm gonna go. Wherever Golden Boy Promotions go, whether they was gonna sign with Triller or re-sign with the Zone, I was going to go because I'm a boxing fan. He just said the business model. I love PBC's business model. I love PBC business model. Canelo Alvarez loves PBC business model. Bud Crawford loves PBC business model because he's begging for a Charlo fight and a Canelo Alvarez fight. Gervonta Tank Davis loved the PBC model. Ryan Garcia went to fight Gervonta Tank Davis with the PBC model. I love the PBC model. Just like I love the Top Rank model. Everybody else is the same model for everybody else. It's the same model. It's not a PBC thing. It's a fighter's thing. How many big fights has the client of Al Heyman got into? Did Al Heyman make sure that Earl Spence gonna get his big fight? Did he give Mikey Garcia his big fight? Did he give Floyd his big fight? Did he give Manny Pacquiao his big fights? Did he give Canelo its big fight? Canelo Alvarez became an undisputed champion on PBC's watch. Canelo Alvarez became undisputed on PBC's watch. You're talking about you don't like the PBC model. Wilder versus Fury on PBC's watch. Now, Inoue versus Stephen Fulton on PBC's watch. What are y'all talking about, bro? No big fighters have never fought on the MSG stage since 90s. MGM just needed the platform to unleash the MGM boxing. Get out the narrative of hating promoters and networks and stop, man. It's the YTBC porquería. Vamos a hablar de boxeo. All of these guys, all of these entities does a great job. Sometimes they don't come and deliver when we want them to deliver at the time we want it to deliver. But sometimes we ask for stupid fights as fans as well. And the reason why I tell the people stop talking about this Bud and Canelo Alvarez, because what it does is not great for boxing. Bud versus Canelo is not great for boxing, because if that's one of the primary fights that the fans want to ask for it now, then boxing is not a real sport. It's stupidity. Bud Crawford versus Thurman. Bud Crawford versus Danny Swift Garcia. Oh, what you mean, Punch? Think of Danny Swift Garcia. Danny Swift Garcia. Yes, that's a good fight. Of this era, that's a good fight. Bud versus Lara. Bud versus Tim Zhu. Bud versus Fundora. Bud versus Erickson Lubin. Bud versus. Those are great fights. But if we think that, oh, Bud will beat everybody, so fuck it. Just go and fight Canelo Alvarez. That's our problem. We have devalued so many fighters that we have watered down our sport. We have shrink our sport. Bud versus Boots. Bud versus Virgil. Bud versus the rematch with Earl Spence. Yes, I want to see the rematch with Earl Spence. You know why? Because I believe that Earl Spence should get his get back as an undefeated world champion. If he deserves to get his get back. It's not really about me wanting to see it, to be honest, but he deserved to get his get back. We have shrink. We have become, I don't know what this community has become. All these are good fights. Josh Taylor moving up. Good fight. Teofimo Lopez, Bud Crawford. Good fight. He said PBC shrunk and diluted boxing. No, it didn't, man. Who are y'all listening to? Who are you listening to? How? I want to know how. How did PBC shrunk and diluted boxing? How? Do y'all forget? It seems that, and I'm gonna keep on saying it again. I'm gonna keep on saying it again for those who don't know. I'm gonna keep on saying it again. Marco Antonio Luno con los 20 pesos. Dijo, so happy for you that you were able to go to the Canelo Alvarez fight, and proud of you. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, Marco, man. Trust me, I appreciate that a lot. And this is channel going out there, getting interviews and doing your thing. God keep blessing Punch your unboxing. Dímelo. Ya tú sabes de lo mío. Gracias con los 20 pesos de Super Chatty Patty K. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. You know, it's a grind, man, Marco. But you know what? Good looking out, Marco. Let me just re-educate y'all about PBC. Because I keep on saying this, and I've been saying it for years. Okay, let me just start this off one more time. PBC is a show. ¿Usted entiende? PBC is not a promotional company. TGB is a promotional company. Samson Liquors is a promotional company. King's Promotion is a promotional company. Golden Boy Promotions is a promotional company. Lou DeBella that used to do shows on PBC. PBC is a show like Dancing with the Stars, America Top Model. PBC is a show. It's not a circus. It's a show, my brother. If you are a promoter and you have business ties with guys like Al Heyman, you could buy slots. Promoters buy slots to the PBC show. ¿Qué ustedes no entienden? How many times do people have to tell you like me? PBC, Top Rank match. No, PBC is a show. PBC is not like a top rank. PBC is not like a backroom boxing. PBC is a show. Otra vez lo voy a decir otra vez. Es un show, coñazo, ustedes, maldito sea. Es un show, coñazo. Ustedes entienden lo que PBC is. It's a show. It's like a season. It's like the Mayans. It's like The Wire. It's a show, bro. Punch. Dímelo, Mota. PBC is the platform to stage the fights. People just not appreciating boxing. Thank you, pugilism. They don't understand. Well, after all these years, 10 years, almost 10 years when they got their idea in 2014. Ellos no entienden lo que PBC es. Ellos no entienden lo que PBC es. Que es un maldito show. And think about it, but if it's HLD, if it's garbage for almost 10 years, ¿por qué tú lo viste ese garbage? Porque I won't watch something for 10 years. I won't watch something for 5 years. I won't even watch something for two episodes. I won't even watch it. I understand in this community. I look. I said it before and I say it again. In this community is a community of YouTube boxing, Pabla mierda, and then there's boxing that we watch, and then there's Twitter. If you there is certain content creator that they can't even pop off shit on Twitter. They're good in YouTube, but they're not good in Twitter. There's other boxing accounts that's good on Instagram that's not good on YouTube. I started to get. I noticed. I noticed all of this. I'm gonna keep on saying it again because I'm always gonna go against. I said I created this channel to preserve the sport of boxing. Preserve the sport of boxing. If you're in it to kill my sport, I'm not gonna see eye to eye with y'all. I said I'm here to preserve the sport of boxing, to preserve the modern day warriors, modern day gladiators, the one that put their life on the line for pure entertainment. If you a person that don't respect fighters, get the fuck out my motherfucking channel right now. Don't watch my channel. If you don't respect the sport, get the fuck out the mother. Get the fuck out. Unsubscribe to my channel. If y'all here to complain all the fucking time about boxing, there are channels that are made to push a narrative and go to them. And trust me, they got great numbers, they got great narrative. They got good host that's going to spin to you all day long. I'm here for boxing, bro. I'm here to elevate the sport of boxing. I'm not here to kill it. I'm not here to whine like a fucking bitch all the fucking time that a PBC puts up a great an event and y'all want a bitch, or when Top Rank puts up a fight and y'all want a bitch, or when Eddie Hearn puts up a fight and y'all want a bitch. Get the fuck out the motherfucking sport, you cancers, and go fucking watch volleyball. Y'all don't gotta be in this sport, bro. For real, respectfully, bro. Respectfully. If y'all want to complain like fucking bitches all fucking time, get the fuck out my motherfucking sport, bro. It's easy. Watch something else. Because I don't know how people gonna just watch something like y'all low lives or something like that. Y'all pay attention to shit that y'all don't like all day. Come on, man. Tranquilo, que no tranquilo, nada. Este community dan complain. It's just a bunch of grown men just complain. Damn, I missed the whole. Lalo con los 5 pesos. Damn, I missed the whole live. Saludo, hermano. 5 pesos para los plátanos. Gracias. Gracias a los Roman. Roman. Appreciate you, my brother. Appreciate you. Again, when PVC came out, a lot of people like to talk about young upcoming fighters. I'm just gonna name a bunch of PBC fights. I'm gonna name a bunch of PBC fights, and I'm gonna name a bunch of PBC affiliated fights. I could just stay in the welterweight division all the fucking time. Thurman, Porter, Free TV, CBS. I'm sorry, that was that was Thurman and Danny Swift Garcia, CBS primetime. Free. Porter versus Thurman, Showtime. Did almost 5 million views. Danny Swift Garcia and Keith Thurman, 6 million views. Ugas, Porter. Ugas, Spence. Mikey, Broner. Broner, who was still with Al Heyman, but they was with Golden Boy Promotions, right? Maidana. Because Al Heyman has his ingredients. Remember, Al Heyman used to do business with Golden Boy. Richard Schaefer as well. Wilder, Stavern at the time, big fight. Wilder, Fury. Gary, Jojo. Tank, Leo. Tank, Ryan. Spence, Porter. Manny, Floyd. All Floyd Mayweather shit. Canelo, Plant. Porter got one of the best resumes in the sport of boxing. Danny Garcia got one of the best resumes in the sport of boxing. J-Rock, Jason Rosario. J-Rock versus Jamal. Jamel versus Castaño. Castaño versus Patrick Teixeira. That was a good fight. Sergey Derevchenko. Triple G. And I could keep going. Name a fighter, any fighter to replay has been the question is not why we watch. The question is, if we watch, why can't we demand real value for our money? The business of boxing. I told y'all a long time ago. Not a long time ago, but I told y'all a while ago. I told y'all what the business of boxing is. I said the business of boxing is none of the fans' business. The fans of boxing don't really know what they want. This is the reason why I'm talking about this stupidity of Bud Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez. And I keep hearing it, and now I'm hearing it on mainstream. Some guy, one of my peeps that don't know nothing about really boxing, asked me, yo, what you think about the Canelo Alvarez versus Bud Crawford? Yo, when he asked me that, yo, come on, a nerve. He spiked the nerve. I was so irritated because I know he doesn't follow boxing. He don't follow boxing at all. And he say, yo, what you think about this fight? What you think about Canelo versus Bud? When he asked me that, I already know that a bunch of casuals outside of the sport of boxing is talking about this stupid ass fight. But it's because the hardcores in the sport of boxing is talking about this fight. We're diluting our sport. The fans are diluting, not the promoters. The fans are diluting it. You got Canelo Alvarez saying, he's not in my plans, man. I just fought a guy 2 divisions below me. I made him look like he shouldn't even be in the ring with me. And now you're asking a smaller guy, the smaller undisputed, to come and fight me. You can't blame the fans when PBC, Canelo, and Crawford put that fight out there. You can't blame the fans. They listening to the fans. They listening to the fans. They listening to the particular media. The fans are the one that's talking, and then sometimes the media asks the fighters what the fans are saying. I blame the fans. I blame the fans. I blame the hardcore boxing fans. That's just me. I blame the hardcore boxing fan because we know better. We know better. And when I'm saying about the fans, I'm also adding the independent media. There's certain fights that is there to be great. That okay, give them a chance. You know what I'm saying? We know that damn is a tough climb, is a tough mountain to climb, but if it's reachable, is okay. But I don't want to see a fight when it's not reachable. All I know is this: all the dogs better have something for the dogs on it. I expect to be on repeat come 1:15 a.m. Crawford brings nothing for Canelo. People won't give him credit. Of course not, man. Bud Crawford got so many fights. There's so many fights. We need to start respecting fighters again and start respecting that not every fighter is going to be Floyd Mayweather, man. Drake album punch. I don't know. I don't listen to Drake like that. I haven't listened to the album in a long time. People got to respect fighters again and understand that every career is not going to be Floyd. Not every career is going to be Oscar de la Hoya. You know, the UK fans, they have a grip of that more than the American fans. That's why they love Chisora. See, I appreciate a fan. I appreciate a career like even a Gabe Rosado. Start respecting the sport right now. We respecting spectacles. I blame social media, says Charles at the Cheese. But social media is the fans. Social media is the fans. That's why what's next for Bud Crawford? And I say Thurman. I say Boots. I'll say a Danny Garcia. Look at Mario Barrios. Look what he's doing. Just look at Mario Barrios' career. Jackie Hernandez say, yeah, Gabe has fought everybody. Yeah. Win, lose, or draw, but you know what? Gabe never cheated me, never cheated my money. Barrios goes from Tank to Thurman, then beats the dude up in San Antonio, and then goes to Ugas. What that tells you about Mario Barrios? Okay, he's not Floyd Mayweather, but you know what? He'll fight anybody, any place, anytime. Win, lose, or draw. Look, boxing is bigger than what we think. We shrink boxing. Bud versus Mario Barrios. How about this? Well, in the welterweight division, Mario Barrios have deserved a title shot at undisputed. Oh, but Bud will beat the shit out of Barrios. I don't give a fuck if Bud will beat the shit out of Barrios. He earned the right to fight Bud Crawford. Sometimes we're like, we don't even want to see a fight because we think that we're Nostradamus and we think that that's it. We already know the conclusion of a fight. No. No, Bud doesn't just beat Thurman. Thurman could be Bud. Nah, it was just stop it punch. Well, you know. Yeah, Thurman could be Bud. And Bud could be Thurman. He didn't show me anything like he's on some way other level. No, he ain't show me that. Not yet. I'm gonna wait till his career is over, and then we could talk about Bud and Sugar Ray Leonard and Bud and Thomas Hearns. Thomas Hearns is a 7th division world champion. And Thomas Hearns has been in the ring with one of the greats. Bud Crawford has been in the ring with one guy that potentially gonna be in the Hall of Fame, and that's Earl Spence. One guy. No, he's not ready. No, he doesn't get Canelo Alvarez. He's too small. He's too small, and he's too weak, and he don't got the punching power to gain the respect of Canelo Alvarez. Let's move on to realistic fights. Two names undisputed great performance. Why don't they fight? No, that's not a good fight. It's a horrible fight. We're going back to realistic. Bud versus Thurman. Bud versus Boots. Bud, Earl Spence if you want the rematch. Bud, Daniel Garcia at 154. Bud versus Fundora. Bud versus Erickson Lubin. Bud versus Brian Castano. Bud, those are good fights. If he wants to jump at 160, Bud, Jamal Charlo, maybe if you could reach that. Because I think that Jamal Charlo beats a Bud Crawford as well. Or y'all on the clouds. Boxing is the only real sport, in my opinion. Karate Kid. Bud versus Canelo is a stupid idea. It is. It's an idiotic idea. It's a completely idiotic idea. And it's watering down our sport because we're just talking about these two fighters. No, we have to bring back the respect of other fighters. Because us devaluing a bunch of fighters, like we're devaluing a bunch of elite fighters. Just because, look, Ugas, I think that Danny has the best 140, had the best 140 run than Bud Crawford. I'm not writing off Danny Swift Garcia. Danny Garcia has not been even demoralized. Danny Garcia has not even been dropped yet. And people are just writing him off like that's it. No, he hasn't even been dropped in his career. When we feel like a fighter is done, like Gamboa, he's been dropped, he's been knocked out, he's been all right. Now you go to the sunset. Now you're wasted. You know what I'm saying? A guy like Danny Garcia is not wasted. A guy like Thurman is not wasted. They might not be right now reigning in the top of their game right now, but these are good fights. Earl Spence, people are writing him off. But Earl Spence, how about Earl Spence versus Fundora? Earl Spence versus Erickson Lubin. Earl Spence versus Tim Zhu. Danny Swift Garcia versus Brian Castano. That would be a good fight. There's so many fights in boxing. Elijah Garcia versus Xander Zayas. When it comes to Bud and Canelo, I don't think we are devaluing them as fans. I think it's Canelo giving us Triple G, Ryder, and Charlo, which has us asking for fighters with names. We know too many names. We know, put it this way. We know too many names not to mention Bud and Canelo. Is the reason why I said the other day Nobody asked for no Floyd Mayweather versus Andre Ward. You know why? Because we have Floyd versus Marquez, Floyd versus Pacquiao, Floyd versus Cotto. If Floyd wants to move up, Floyd go Canelo. Floyd versus if he wants to fight Trout, Floyd versus Umberto, Floyd versus Sturm in the upcoming Floyd. We had names. We respected at least the names. See, back then, at least 10 years ago, before, at least we respected realistic fights. We never said, Floyd, go fight, go 3 divisions up to the 168 and go fight Andre Ward. At one point, and I put it down there on the pound for pound list, Mayweather was number one and Andre Ward was number two. We never said Andre Ward should fight Floyd Mayweather. Why? Why we never said that before? Our mind wasn't like that as fans. Wouldn't they value our sport like this? Oh, that's it. We don't believe that Floyd could lose to anybody. So go fight Andre Ward. I mean, Andre Ward is undefeated too. We don't think that he loses to a Triple G or loses to a Kovalev or loses to anybody up there. So fight Floyd Mayweather. We didn't think like that. And we know the names. We just don't want to say it because is a culture of devalue, is a culture of hate, is a culture of discredit. We live in a culture that if we give credit to somebody, you know what the other person will say? You're on his dick. That's why. People don't even like to give credit to people because it's not cool. In this culture, in America, it's not cool. Why you? It's this not even a YTBC thing. It's a sports thing. Skip Bayless is one of the biggest trolls. He's one of the biggest, highest paid boxing. I'm a sports guy in the industry. The whole, even the world has become like this. Even in politics, everything have become a debate table. And only in debate tables, what you're gonna do is discredit. Who could you know who win debates? Who could discredit who better? That who wins the debate. Not the one that elevate the other person better, but who can discredit one better. The debate of Earl Spence and Bud Crawford. Oh, Earl Spence ain't do this. Bud Crawford ain't do this at 140. But Bud Crawford only fought Gamboa. But did this. But Earl Spence ain't do this. But Bud Crawford ain't do this. And it's like this. It's going down. This is what we do in boxing. It goes down when we have discussion, and that's the world of sports. Van said, "True in America is very much a don't credit no one culture." Yeah. Why you think all these athletes have to say, I gotta prove my haters wrong? Like if it is a thing, I gotta prove them wrong. I gotta prove them wrong. Exactly. Like even that, Nate. Canelo is even younger than Bud Crawford. So Bud Crawford is older than Canelo, lighter than Canelo, less power than Canelo, having accomplished what Canelo has accomplished in terms of resume and who he has fought. But this is the guy that you think should be next for Canelo Alvarez after we seen what happened this past weekend versus a guy that's bigger, that's an undisputed and bigger than Crawford. But Crawford is the next guy that y'all want because that's the name, because y'all living in the fucking clouds of what he did to Earl Spence that doesn't even that's nothing near what Canelo Alvarez is, and you think he can compete with Canelo? How many times does the boxing that in boxing it humbles us? No one thinks Bud should be next. There's a lot of people. Yo, Charles at the Chi, there's a lot of people in this community that feels like Bud should be next. His people. He is no 1 pound for pound for a reason, right? Canelo ain't even top 5. He is number 1 pound for pound for rap star boxing knowledge. Okay, so lots of people are smoking the crack. That pinga, yeah, people are smoking crack. Why? Because you know what happens? We devalue our sport so much that if Bud ever fights Canelo and Canelo beats the crap out of Bud, two things is gonna be for certain, right? If Bud fights Canelo Alvarez and Bud give a good count of himself, people are just gonna say strictly he's on steroids. I would think that. I would strictly be. I won't look at the skills. I'll be honest. If Bud if Bud fights Canelo and Bud beats Canelo, I would think that he was strictly on steroids. The hardest steroids they ever made in their life. That's how much I don't believe that this is a good fight at all. I know what I know. I see what I see. No, Bud Crawford cannot compete with Canelo. If Bud Crawford hurts Canelo when Canelo never been hurt practically his whole career by the biggest punchers, then Bud is on the steroids, on the toughest steroids ever created to man. That's it. Suldo versus Sims Jr. Smith Jr. Damn. It's gonna be a fight though. I think it's gonna end in a knockout though. I don't even know, man. I like Sims Jr., but um Suldo pack a punch, man. That's a 50-50 fight. It's a hard fight to call, to be honest. Cruiserweight division. Both of these guys gonna be fighting for the first time, I believe so, in cruiserweight. It's gonna be a war, man. I think it's gonna be a war. Bud versus Canelo, bad idea. Bud aging out. If Bud is really pound for pound number 1, he should be able to handle Canelo. They are the same height and has more reach. Stop. Stop. He's not the same. He is not the same. This is not. Don't compare regular people or regular weight to boxing weight and boxing training and cutting weight. Canelo 168 is a different Bud 168. Fundura is 6'6". Fundura is 6'6". AJ is 6'6". That doesn't mean Fundura, because he's probably the same height, it could compete with AJ. I got Smith Jr. Good looking out with a cinco peso super chat. Said Bud versus Canelo was like Bud versus brick wall. He can run around it, but outbox it. He ain't bringing it down. It will be lights out for him when he runs into it. Yeah, exactly, man. We're talking about Canelo, man. We ain't talking about no regular 168 pounder. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you gotta be you got to do something to elite fighters after elite fighters to great fighters and great fighters time and time again. The reason why I give a lot of credit to Teofimo Lopez is because he beat Vasily Lomachenko right after knocking out a legitimate champion in Richard Comey and then beating a Josh Taylor. I already know he's the if factor. I already know. He already proved that at the age of 25. Bud Crawford has proven it now at the age of 36. At the age of 36. Good looking now. Yo, Punch. Twitter is going crazy. Reports of Adamas is next for Canelo. Benavidez rumored to be the third fight. Broadway Joel broke the news on Twitter. You know if that's true? I don't know. I don't know if it's true at all. I never heard that. I never heard it from. And I spoke to a couple of Steven Espinosa don't even mention Adamas. So think about I don't even know. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I spoke to Steven Espinosa twice this week. Carlos Adamas never his name never was around the Canelo Alvarez. Even Steven Espinosa said Morel, Benavidez, Demetrius Andre, Jamar Charlo. I never heard by anybody on TGB, anybody Showtime ever mention Adamas and Canelo in the same sentence. So I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it's a buzz thing. You know what I'm saying? Say Adamas and then it creates something. You know what I'm saying? It calls for something. Like what Adamas and Charlo hasn't even been a thing. How Adamas and uh, think? Come on. I don't. I don't. I don't know. Elvis, we need T.O. back in the ring, but he won't fight this year. I heard that Adamas was if if Jamel Charlo would have got injured, that in the last minute Adamas would have stepped up. That's what I've heard. I didn't hear no Adamas versus Canelo Cinco de Mayo. Like he's not even that ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen. The Belt Federation, I don't even think the Belt Federation is gonna be like okay with that because remember that he already got a voluntary fight with with a Jamal Charlo. He ain't gonna get another voluntary fight with an interim WBC title holder when there's gonna be an active there there is no such thing as a Damas and Canelo Alvarez, bro. Put it that way. Elvis, we need T.O. back in the rainbow. He won't fight this year. Waiting for that Ryan Garcia fight, the big fight, the mega fight. Elvis, good looking out with a single peso super chat. Oh, we getting on Dre versus David Benavidez for sure November. Yeah, we getting that fight. Yeah, we getting that fight, man. Of course, we getting that fight. Oh, we getting on Dre. And we supposed to get that fight. We get that fight, man. They should be announcing that fight very pretty soon. Mike Garcia versus Spence, Mel versus Canelo, and that both the little guys are actually great fighters and they fight to survive. So Punch, you're definitely right. Still wouldn't mind it. You know, and but that's like two-way classes up when and we look how that look, right? Charles Edward Cheese. And the end of the day, yeah, you're gonna give credit to Mike Garcia, give credit to Jamal Charlo for even signing for the fight. But those are two-way classes moving up. And how did they look? It looked like nah, move back down. You shouldn't even been in the ring. Now we accent a three division down. We never seen that in the sport of boxing. It's just it's nonsense in my opinion. The button punch. Who you winning? Benavidez versus Andre. I got Andre. I got Andre with the upset. I just I always Blanco. I always believe in his skills and talent. And I feel like he got. If we're going by skill set, like toolbox, and we was like, what's who you think got the big the most skills in boxing? Demetrius Andre will be in my top 5. Totally with skills, technique, mechanics. Yep. Mill City Boxing in the mill building. What's good, my brother? What's good? What's good, man? Good chopping it up with Bernie, man. Good chopping it up with Bernie, man. What's good, brother? What's good, champ? What's good? Yo, punch that Cornell wild short 55-2. Yeah, that's why I don't know. I don't take it too short. You seen the other fighter that Floyd Mayweather signed? Man, the Dominican kid. Shit, he's shorter. He's shorter than him. He's like 4'11. I'm like, nah, man. You know what I'm saying? I give credit, but man, these guys are two midgets, man. They two, man. He's shorter than damn fucking Tank. I don't know. Dimitri ain't fought no one to prove that. Yeah, I think and right about now, they people are giving the pass to Bivol and Beterbiev. I think that we start pressuring Beterbiev and Bivol to fight. I mean, in this community, and that's what I mean about America. In America, we shame even guys that's doing their thing. Bud, Spence, T.O., Shakur. What about Beterbiev and Bivol? Like, nah, I don't care that the WBC is not granting to petition to sanction WBC fight. What about the other belts? I want you to fight. Where Mayweather keep finding these hybrids? Yo, he be finding some midgets, man. I don't know, man. Find some fighters that got regular, just regular height, man. Yo, you got these. I don't know, man. Like that, nah, man. Give me some welterweights. What's up, Charles? I'm chilling, enjoying punches, content now. Yes. Bivol, Shakur versus Bud versus Tank. Get some welterweights, Floyd. WBC need to quit bullshit and then sanction the Bivol being Russian. Has nothing to do with Ukraine and Russia problem. That's illogical. Facts. But you know what? These fighters got to be like, you know what, man? Let's just fight. And let's us fans identify them as undisputed. You understand what I'm trying to say? And this is what I was talking about when we was talking about the Teofimo Lopez and people going back and forth. No, he's not undisputed. He don't recognize him because the franchise and because it elevated. Look, if we need to take control of this as fans, if the WBC doesn't want to sanction Bivol and Beterbiev because of their thing, still fighters fight, and we as the fans still recognize the winner as undisputed. Let's not play the politics and be like, well, the WBC didn't sanction it, so he's not really undisputed. No, the winner of Bivol and Beterbiev is undisputed. And let's stay on that. Because the more that we give into the politics, then it's hard for us. That it just does a disservice to the fighter, that got in the ring, blood, sweat, and tears to achieve that particular goal. It's our job to identify the truth, and that's why I was so pissed off with this boxing community saying, "But Tio, I mean, he should be undisputed, but he's not undisputed because you know what I'm saying. They elevated Loma to franchise, so he should be undisputed. But no, if he should be undisputed, he's fucking undisputed, motherfucker. Because you identify why he should be undisputed. The same thing with Bivol and Beterbiev. All right, the WBC, you don't want to be a part of this. Don't be a part of this. All right, the winner of Beterbiev versus Bivol, whether or not WBC is sanctioning the fight, is undisputed. We need to say it. Good looking out, man. Good looking out. You already know. Get your Punch on Boxing shirts. You already know, man. Go to the Punch on Boxing store. That's the reason why I say we recognize it. We have the power to recognize whatever we feel is right. Oh, but you know what I'm saying? But Punch, you know what I'm saying? Josh Taylor, he vacated the titles. So technically, you know what I'm saying? If Josh Taylor didn't vacate the titles, then Teofimo Lopez will be undisputed. Who's the fucking undisputed champion? Did he lose it? No. It's Josh Taylor, right? Teofimo Josh Taylor, right? The reason why he's lineal, right? So morally, he's like an undisputed. No, but technically, when he didn't have the titles with him, so looks like you just did a line. Nah, I don't do that shit. Christmas came early for Lubin. Period. Let's go throw tomatoes at WBC headquarters. Shout out to WBC, Mauricio Sudamon. There's certain things that, you know what I'm saying, we don't rock with. There's certain things that I rock with the WBC. You know, I like what they do for autism and stuff like that. Christmas came early for Lubin. I didn't think it was a robbery, bro. That's just my opinion. I saw it as a draw, but if they want to give 115, 113 to Lubin, I'm good. I don't believe that 117, 111 card. That was a robbery card. But overall, as the fight, I gave it a draw. And if they give it to Erickson Lubin, 115, 113, I could see it. I think that Ramos didn't. I think he took his foot off the gas in the second half of the fight, especially the last 4 rounds. So to be the man, you got to beat the man. Ric Flair. Woo! Shout out to Christian Padilla. Punch dealer is the same as cereales, craqueros de primera. People forget that Ryan has a big following. Tank was averaging like 200K buys. The king of boxing is Canelo Alvarez, right? Until further notice. Until Canelo Alvarez really lose and really get demoralized. See, Canelo Alvarez lost, but he didn't get demoralized. You know what I'm saying? He's still the king of boxing. He's still the king of boxing. You think Canelo versus Carlos Adames next could happen? What you think? Nah, I don't think that fight is gonna happen. Think about it. We just went through the Charlo and Canelo, and people criticize Adamas and Canelo is not gonna happen, and they're not just gonna let Canelo Alvarez keep the belts and him keep fighting outside people outside of the division. Nah, Canelo and Carlos Adamas is not gonna happen, folks. Carlos Adamas may stay as a wingman. You know what I'm saying? Like if he's the if somebody gets injured, and maybe Carlos Adamas and Canelo Alvarez is not gonna happen. Even though, like, hey, it'll be a great opportunity for Carlos, but that's not realistic. It's not gonna happen. Do you know what the live gate did? I know it wasn't sold out. So I don't know particularly, I don't know the numbers, but I know it wasn't sold out. But I know it did some great numbers though, because of the price. But it wasn't sold out. Who do you think is Canelo is next for Canelo? The Urge, the winner of David Benavidez and Demetrius Andre should be the only thing that people want to talk should talk about. The winner of David Benavidez and Demetrius Andre should be next for Canelo Alvarez. Nothing else. I don't even want to talk. I don't even want to. There's only 2 names. The winner of David Benavidez and Demetrius Andre should be next. That's it. That's the only realistic thing I see right now. David Morrell, no. The only thing is the winner of David Benavidez and Demetrius Andre. It will be May 4th. The winner of Andre and David Benavidez will be the next fight. It's not gonna be Bud. It's not gonna be Charlo. It's not gonna be nothing. I'm gonna say it again. The winner of Benavidez and Andre will be the next May 4th versus Canelo Alvarez. Benavidez, if he beats Andre, will be the second fight. Andre beats David Benavidez, will be Andre. I wouldn't mind seeing Maul versus Plant. Yeah, we need to see that fight. He need to get his get back. He got his get back. Espera, me ve. Un second. But yeah, talking about the of course, a lot of people is always going to be talking about the pay-per-view numbers and stuff like that. I heard it did 10. I mean, I'm sorry, 700K plus. So it was successful numbers, especially when, let's be honest, Jamel and Canelo Alvarez really didn't promote it like that. Like I think that Canelo Alvarez actually promoted his drink more than promoted the fight. I think that Canelo Alvarez actually promoted his drink leading up to the fight more than promoted the fight. And Jamel Charlo really didn't go out there to really promote and really do what he did with Tony Harrison. And I know that he could really self-promote because the Tony Harrison and Jamel Charlo actually did over 1 million views on Fox. You know what I'm saying? That was great numbers in viewership. Tony Harrison and Jamel Charlo, because the one they went at it, they promoted the fight. And I think they really, I think if Jamel Charlo would have promoted the fight the way that he did with Tony Harrison and things of that nature, I think it would have been a bigger event. I think it would have sold. I think it really would have sold out. But he was just too nice to Canelo Alvarez, and it was like, people want to see people want to get hyped up, and I don't think that they hyped each other up to the point where people want to see a war. I didn't think that people saw Jamal Charlo and Canelo Alvarez that it's going to be a war, because they that's not what they promoted. They didn't even promote a war. Boxing needs to bring back Friday nights. Yeah, Friday night fights. Yo, the dream game is where the super bag is. Shit, Let's see. But in terms of face of boxing, we all know that's Canelo Alvarez. I feel like when they asked Canelo about David next on Cinco de Mayo, he would have said, if he wins the fight next, yes. Like he says, why not? I think I think they're not asking him the direct question. You know what I'm saying? They're not asking him very direct. Is David Benavidez gonna be next after who you want? If who you want the winner of David Benavidez and the meets Andre, we'll see. Like, in the end of the day, they know it's the business. I think they know. May 4th is reserved for the winner of David Benavidez and the meets Andre, and that's it. That's what it is. I'm telling y'all, folks. That's what I put on my members. You know what I'm saying? I usually do the exclusive. There's some exclusive information right now on the membership right now that a lot of people in the boxing community don't know what was happening. But I just put up like three exclusive information right now on the members. But I already broke that thing down. Who was the first one that broke Tio versus Ryan Garcia? I'm just letting y'all know, y'all want to become a member to Drunk Nation. But that's it. It's reserved. David Benavidez, if he beats Andre, he's gonna be next. He's going to be next. May 4th is already reserved. Showtime. Showtime, David Benavidez, Canelo Alvarez if he beats Andre. Andre, if he beats David Benavidez, is going to be Andre versus Canelo Alvarez. This is not just an opinion. This is my source. It's already reserved. Imagine if Tank versus Pitbull Cruz Cinco de Mayo. That would be good, but I don't think they're gonna go up against a Canelo and the winner of Benavidez and Andre. And I feel like even let's say if Andre beats David Benavidez, oh my god. Can you imagine a press conference? If we're still talking about till today, we're still talking about when Andre and Canelo Alvarez was going back and forth. We're still talking about it till today. Can you imagine the lead up to that fight? Because I know, to be honest, I think for Canelo Alvarez fans, if there is one fighter that they hate, is Demetrius Andre. I think that Canelo Alvarez fans hate Demetrius Andre way more than David Benavidez. See, if David Benavidez beats Canelo Alvarez, then the Mexican fan base adopts David Benavidez as their new champion, as their new poster boy. Is a trade-off with David Benavidez. You know what I'm saying? So there's really no hate on David Benavidez and Canelo Alvarez. But if there's anybody, so what makes a big fight sometimes is when the fans really hate this particular fighter. And right now, I believe that the Canelo Alvarez fans, if we were to pick who they hate the most out of any potential fight with Canelo Alvarez, is Demetrius Andre. And because of their hate, that fight will actually sell way more than the Charlo fight. Because they hate Demetrius Andre. And because now they have something scripted. They have a backstory. Canelo and Demetrius Andre have a better backstory than even than the Canelo Alvarez and Jamal Charlo or any other fighter. Any other fighter. That right there is going to age well. That baby, get the fuck out of here, man, and stuff like that. That moment right there, if Demetrius Andre beats David Benavidez, is going to age well. It's going to be a part of the lead up to the fight. Yeah, the facts. Oh wow. The sad thing, if Andre wins, Canelo gets more room to do whatever he wants. Not if people shame him. I think, but I think with a win, I think with the Demetrius Andre, a win with versus David Benavidez is gonna shock. It's gonna shock the boxing world into the point where that's it. They can no longer deny Demetrius Andre. Not the haters, not the supporters, nothing. It's time for Canelo Alvarez to step up and fight the guy that you should have fought at 154 when he was the number one contender before Kirkland. The guy that you should have fought for undisputed at 160. If Demetrius Andre beats David Benavidez and Canelo Alvarez does not face Demetrius Andre after that, come on. Demetrius Andre and Canelo Alvarez should have fought at 154 before he fought Kirkland, and 160 for the undisputed, and Canelo Alvarez got shrimped. And then and right now, if Canelo Alvarez Demetrius Andre beats the guy that a lot of people feel Canelo Alvarez is avoiding, that is the boogeyman, is the biggest threat, and he beats David Benavidez, he becomes what I've been saying all along, the boogeyman in the sport of boxing. The most dug fighter by any champion of this era, Demetrius Boo Andre. Mill City said, yeah, facts. They hate Boo Boo. You fight nobody. You a horrible fighter. Pay all of that. Oh, wow. You're saying they hate or scared? Both. I think the fan base are scared of Boo Boo. I think they're scared that Boo Boo is going to there's certain fighters that the Canelo Alvarez fan base is okay of him losing. If Canelo Alvarez moves up to 175 and loses to Beterbiev, They'll just be like, and Canelo Alvarez lose to Baturi, they'd be like, yo, Canelo Alvarez there to be great. It's okay. It's okay. It's Baturbiev. He's knocked everybody out. If he goes up there and fight Bivol, what they say? Oh, Canelo Alvarez was so small. He there to be great. See? But they don't think that Demetrius Andre is great. See, the Canelo Alvarez the fan base hates Demetrius Andre. They don't think that he's good. They don't think that he's that he got that. They don't respect him. So if Canelo Alvarez lose to somebody that they don't respect, they won't respect Canelo Alvarez. They will turn their backs on Canelo Alvarez. A large portion of his fan base will turn their backs if he loses to Demetrius Andre because they hate Demetrius Andre so much. The real Charles at the Chief said the real smoke Bivol at 168. Now, I think the real smoke is the win of David Benavidez and Demetrius Andre. Because think about it, Charles at the Chiefs. Now we're asking a guy that never fought at 168 to come down. Like, we're about daring to be great. We're about guys moving up to fight the biggest challenge. We're asking Bivol to come down that he never fought at 168. Nah, that's not the biggest challenge. Not in my opinion, Charles. That's not the real smoke, in my opinion. If Bivol really wants to fight at 168, then come down to a fight 168. Stay at 168. Forget about leave your belt at 175. Come down at 168. Nah. Mm-mm. And what does it do for Canelo Alvarez? Oh, I couldn't beat the guy up there, so I told him to come back down, and he never shrunk. He never fought in that in this weight in his professional career. How would that look for Canelo Alvarez? Nah, man. Nah, he'll look like what Gervonta Tank Davis doing did to Ryan Garcia. Nah. Mm-mm. We, the boxing fans, should not be telling a guy that never fought below his weight class at his age to come down below his weight class. Nah. Mm-mm. That's not fair. That's like telling, let me see, Triple G for a middleweight, go fight Jamel Charlo at 154. So you could be undisputed. Nah. Then let's say Canelo Alvarez whoops a Bivol. And then people going to be like, well, Bivol drained himself and he never. Nah, we're a hardcore boxing fan. We're hardcore boxing fans, man. We never ask a guy to shrink to fight. And a guy that never fought at 168, come on. Canelo wants Bivol at 175. Canelo moved up. Canelo been a champion at 175, so he could actually try it again. Bivol wants those belts. I don't blame him. If he wants those belts, why he should have came at 168 a long time ago. Make himself a mandatory. Make himself a mandatory then. All right, so go fight. If he wants them belts, all right, go fight Benavidez. He's a WBC mandatory. Or come become the like that's he don't want the belts. He want that money. You wanted to get at 175. I wanted to get at 175. I wanted to get at 175 because Canelo Alvarez became a champion at 175. That's like telling like, yo, Earl Spence, go to one. All right. That's like telling Earl Spence, go to 140 and fight Tio. Nah. Mm-mm. Earl Spence. All right. Look. Charles Elder Cheese. You know, Mikey Garcia, he went up there, but at the time when Mikey Garcia fought Earl Spence, he was a 4 division world champion. He was undefeated. How about Earl Spence go How about we would have said, all right, Earl Spence, you know, go fight Mikey Garcia at 140. That come on, you know that don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. You know that. You know that. You know that. This is just again, it's like creating this type of narrative. Like we actually want Bivol to go fight Canelo at 168 when he never fought at 168 ever in his career. Come on, we don't. That's not daring to be great. Daring to be great was always moving up. I want Bivol to fight Beterbiev. Forget about Bivol and Canelo if it's not going to be at 175. Bivol needs to fight Beterbiev. We need to pressure Bivol to fight Beterbiev. Beterbiev to fight Bivol. That's the fight. Not for Bivol to leave 175 and to just because he won the Canelo Alvarez. Nah. Bivol wants another payday. Yeah. Bivol. Tell Bivol to go right now to 168 now. Fight the winner of David Benavidez and Demetrius Andre. What's good, G Smooth? You say you're telling Bivol no. Why is my question? Why? Because I'm tired of Canelo. Because at this point, Canelo Alvarez became an undisputed versus Caleb Plant. Let's check out all his fights. After beating Caleb Plant, becoming undisputed to defend his undisputed. He fought Bivol 175. Didn't fight at 168. He fought Triple G at 160. Was not a 168. He fought John Ryder 168. He fought Jamel Charlo 154. And now people are asking for Bud. People are asking for Bivol. So he's going to fight what? 5 fights? 4 or 5 fights? That's not even a 168 pounder. No, it's time for Canelo Alvarez next. He got responsibilities. It's time for his next fight to be the winner of Benavidez and Andre. That's, in my opinion, that's the only names people that should be talking about. Next is 168. Defended versus a 168 pounder. It's time for that's it. Canelo, May 4th, Benavidez, the winner of Benavidez and Andre. That's it. Nothing else. Nothing else. Nothing else. I want to see some competition. I want to see some good competition. Pues ya tú sabes, mi gente, tengo hambre. Voy a comer. Antes que se cierre la comida china. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all already know it's Punch Drunk Boxing. Subscribe to the channel, smash the like button. Saul Catchway Alvarez, Crawford for all the belts. Nah, yeah. We want David Benavidez and all Demetrius Andre. That's it. That's next. Ya tú sabes, mi gente. A comer yo tonight. This week probably get Coach Kevin Cunningham, trainer of Erickson Lubin, to talk about the victory. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people would probably want to ask some questions and stuff like that because I feel like it was a robbery, and other people understand that it was a legitimate win. It was a close fight. So yeah, man. Again, man, I did speak to Oscar De La Hoya yesterday. That's why I didn't want to put the thumbnail because we was trying to schedule something for the day or tomorrow. I spoke to Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar De La Hoya said that he wouldn't come to Punch Drunk Boxing today. Haven't got the email back or tomorrow. He told me today or tomorrow. Let me see. I want to get because I know he's gonna be hella busy. I know he's hella busy now. He said he forget about me, but we'll see. We'll see, man. We'll see. Love y'all. God bless. And on to the next.